Guys, I am giving away this Marvel mystery box at the end of this month, so if you want to know how to get your hands on it, be sure to stay to the end of the video. Hey everyone, how you all doing? This is my final thoughts and review of Season 3 of The Mandalorian. I know a lot of people are upset with how Season 3 played out, but honestly, it's done a lot of good for the bigger Star Wars picture. They dropped little breadcrumb hints leading to the rise of the First Order, the cloning of Snoke, the Praetorian Guards, and of course, hints of Thrawn. But not only that, it's also set up a potential future for Bo-Katan and the remaining Mandalorians. Now that the season is finished, it's clear to me where the budget for The Mandalorian Season 3 really went. A good chunk of it went onto the season finale, and it was a step up of quality that the season really needed. The finale had a bunch of really epic confrontations between Mando, the Mandalorians, and Moff Gideon and his troops. Din Djarin finally snapped out of his sideline daydream and has showed us that he still is that warrior that we fell in love with since Season 1. And of course, this season hasn't been perfect, so here are some of the things that I didn't enjoy about this season. Mando felt incompetent, and if I'm going to be honest, naive the majority of the season. He displayed none of the badass fighting skills that we've seen in the past seasons, and then all of a sudden he was taking down troopers like he was John Wick in the season finale. The Mandalorians were presented just as incompetent as well, especially on their new monster-filled planet where they were still in hiding and they just let winged beast monsters come and take their kids away and kept running out of jet fuel. The fight choreography has been lackluster this season. Even in the final scene of episode 7 where Vizsla is killed, it featured a bunch of bad guys just standing there firing. No one taking cover or hovering in the air. It's like they just forgot they had jetpacks. The majority of the episodes were filler, like episode 3 with the clone scientist, and episode 6, yes, the cameos were okay, but it all just felt a bit irrelevant. Din and Bo could have just flown to the rest of the fleet at the beginning of the episode when they got off the ship because they have jetpacks. The whole of that episode was irrelevant. It's one thing having a side quest with Mando, like hunting down a bounty and being a badass, but why Lizzo? Like, why was she there? Like, I don't understand whose benefit it is for her to be there. And did we really need an entire episode to establish that Ela Kane is a spy for the Empire? The quality of this season felt all over the place. There was a lot of weird dialogue, stilted deliveries from a lot of the actors, some bizarre props, and the costume choices were very questionable. The episodes felt short and rushed, but the worst part of it all was the sloppy editing. If you actually go back and watch season 1 and 2 again, you will see how much more consistent the quality was. And I really hope that they pick up on this mistake because they need to bring that quality back for season 4 and future Star Wars projects. I like Bo-Katan, she's an interesting character, but this season was clearly made for her. She could have actually done that entire quest even if Din Djarin wasn't there. And this season, the way that her character just kind of came along and took over, it made Din Djarin look irrelevant. At least, like, Grogu got some sort of character development. He helped fight off the Praetorian Guards and using the Force to save himself, Din Djarin and Bo from the explosion, and showing us that he is growing with the Force. And a part of me likes to think that Luke actually might be sensing his power growing. And finally, he got an adapted IG-12, which I'm still on the fence about. Like, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I kind of don't. I did love the fact that it took teamwork to take down Gideon, but his Beskar suit, honestly, it felt like just a cheap parody of Vader. But at the same time, I thought it actually did look pretty slick and more practical than Vader's suit. But it did leave me wondering that question, like, why haven't we seen more Beskar troopers in the sequels? And the way that he snapped the Darksaber like a twig was complete bullshit in my opinion. Like, even with his armor, he wouldn't have the strength to break the Darksaber like that. And of course we saw him blow up in the explosion, so is he dead? It's hard to say really, because obviously we saw him caught up in the flames, but he did have his armor on and we never really saw a body, so it's either a really important detail or it isn't. I guess we'll just have to see in season 4. In the end, Mando adopts Grogu so he can become a Mandalorian apprentice. The new dad then goes and gets a job cleaning up after the New Republic, hunting down Imperials as an independent contractor once again. Grogu and Din Djarin then return back to Navarro to claim that house that was offered to them, and the episode wraps up on him sitting on his porch watching his kid play in the yard. A truly touching ending to a roller coaster of a season. But that's just my thoughts and feelings about it. I would love to know your thoughts and feelings about it as well in the comments below. And if you are interested in winning this Marvel mystery box, all you have to do is hit that like button, comment below and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be picking one lucky subscriber at the end of this month. And guys, I just want to say a big thank you for watching. Your support on this channel has been absolutely amazing the past couple months, and I truly appreciate it. So until next time, take care.